Well, good morning. It's the morning of day 10, and today we're going to go from St. John's to Arnold's Cove, but we're doing quite a different route, which I'll flash up on the screen there. We're going to go all the way around that peninsula if we can help it. Hopefully the roads aren't too rough and the rain isn't too bad, because that nice clear blue sky we had and that hot sunny weather has now moved on, and now we've got this typical Newfoundland weather moving in now. It's still hot and humid, but you could tell she's gonna rain. And so I'm starting a little bit earlier today. It's what time is it now? It's 20 to 7 and I'm already packed up, ready to go, which is early for me. Usually it's about 7:30 when I just get up, so we're leaving a bit early. I wasn't sleeping that well anyway, so I just thought, let's get an early start. Today's run, if I go all the way around that peninsula, and if it's Cabot Trailish like I'm expecting it, it's probably going to take pretty much a full day, over 300 kilometers, and that's if I do it right, and if the weather doesn't hold me back too much. So we're just going to go and get on the road. I really didn't bother with the continental breakfast or anything. It's too early for me to eat. So good morning. So we're going to be heading out, and first thing I want to do is make sure I'm all gassed up. And since there is a convenience store here, I've run out of Tylenol, which, not that I've had bad headaches, but when I go to new motel rooms every night, I have trouble getting to sleep, and sometimes it helps me sleep. So I want to make sure I have some Tylenols, or if I do get a headache, I don't want to be without. So let's get some Tylenols and gas ourselves up. Navigation problems again. My map's telling me to go one way, and the beeline's telling me to go another way. And it's not working going this way. So we're turning around. We're going to follow the beeline arrow instead and see if it gets on track that way. And it would make sense because I came from in town that way to get to the hotel, so it's got to be this way. And I'm sure the map will sort itself out after. I just don't know why the map's doing that. It's like pointing the other way. It's saying to go that way, but this is saying to go that way. Let's try following the beeline. I have a feeling that it's like booting up it's booting up to go back to the hotel. I'm sure I put the right route in, so that's weird. Why don't we just try and restart this, because it is not working out. I've discovered another weird thing about doing U-turns. And it's totally against what anyone would teach you, but it seems to work for me. And that's when I try and do a tight U-turn in a parking lot or something. If I hang my leg out, it stabilizes everything. Figure that one out. TCH, I'm thinking Trans-Canada Highway East. East. I want to go west. Trans-Canada Highway West. I want to go west. TCH. I've never seen it referred to as TCH, but that's what I'm assuming. Cars on my ass everywhere. There we go. We're going west on the Trans-Canada, because I mean that's what I know we have to do, regardless of what the problem is with the GPSs. Again, relying on it too much. You're just right on the Trans-Canada. I might know
what's going on with the Beeline, and that's that when I made the GPX file, it must be set in as going from Arnold's Cove to the hotel instead of from the hotel to Arnold's Cove. So I'm basically following the route backwards, which means the GPS is going to be of no help whatsoever with the way it points and whatnot. So all I could do, I could follow the blue line on the phone if I want to follow my route. Of course, I could just say go to Arnold's Cove, but that's only like 150 clicks, and I'd be there in like a couple hours, and my day's gone. So no, that's not what I want to do. I want to follow this route as it goes all around the peninsula. But I think once I get on that road that goes around, there really isn't much other choice of where to go, so I can't possibly take a wrong road or something. So I think that's what's going on, see, because it wants me to go back to the hotel and you're finished. That's what it's saying. Again, a lot of these problems I think are caused by making a pre-programmed GPX file. It's very difficult to make it work good on any GPS. It gets screwed up pretty easily. I could just go in the Beeline and just say, just take me here, take me there. But I really wanted a system that I can just plan the route and it follows the route that I want. Because no GPS is going to tell me to go to Arnold's Cove from St. John's by way of the North Peninsula and go all the way around the peninsula to get there, because that's over 300 kilometers. Anyway, that's the story. So we're going to be on the Trans-Canada for a bit, and that's it. Now Mr. Trailer, he wants to pass me, and he's going to pull right in front of me. I know it. He was behind me, pulled out right in front of me. I go around him, and now he wants to pass. And now he's going to pull over and pull in front of me. Well, this is for Jim, the old guy on a bike. I watched a few of your videos, I've watched other ones too, and I just let you know I'm finally here. Now I know that by the time I'm here now, you've moved on, and you don't even live here anymore, you've gone to Ontario. So it figures how I finally get out here, you go to Ontario. I would have liked to meet you, Jim. I would have liked to get together and, talk a little bit about bikes by a campfire, a couple of snorts of whiskey, you know. That's kind of what I had in mind, but it's not going to happen. So, but what I will do is as I head across Newfoundland here, I'm going to go up to your old town where you were living, and it's not to find your house or anything, but it's to find your where you stop for your water. I call it Jim's Fountain, and because I've watched it for several years on YouTube, that's you stopping at that fountain every morning before you go out for your ride. And so that is what I want to do. I want to stop at a fountain. So on my right is Provincial Park. I'd have to look on the map exactly which Provincial Park unless I see a sign. And again, it just looks like I could be in the Yukon or something in the middle of summer right now. That's what it looks like. It just kind of looks like when you go way, way up north in Ontario. Butterbot Provincial Park, there you go. You Butterbot. And I'm actually going to get off because I need to put the neck sock on, and I'm not sure about the sweatshirt yet. It's hard to say. Why am I not seeing where to get back on? A little bit strange. I'm sure you can. Just that damp wind is kind of getting at the neck a bit. Okay, got the neck sock on, but now feels like I need a bathroom. Lovely. I don't want to be running down into the bush. So I don't know if this provincial park, if it's like 10 miles of road to nothingness
to get in there, or if I can go up and there's like a registration office and there might be a bathroom there. So just gonna go up a little ways and have a look. I don't know what's here at Old Butterpot Provincial Park in Newfoundland, just west of St. John's. I'm sure there's lots of scrub to see. Might be a lake back there. Looks like maybe a lake. But I don't really have time to see it today. I got 311 kilometers of backcountry to explore. But I'm sure it's a lovely park. Anyway, I'm just at the gatehouse and I had an outhouse, so that's all I needed. I gotta find my darn key. That's what happens when you get older, folks. If you're a young guy, you won't understand, but you will. We need our bathrooms on a regular basis. If it was just a pee, heck, I could just go roadside, but you know what I mean. Anyway, moving on. You get the picture. So this, yeah, watch this leg out, and I hold my leg out, and it like totally stabilizes me when I'm doing a sharp turn. I don't feel so wobbly or awkward. I wonder why that is. It's totally not what you're supposed to do, but it absolutely works. And it ain't wrong if it works. Maybe that's just kind of, think of it as training wheels for doing those U's, since I'm so terrible at it. They get me old training wheels by holding the leg out when you're doing it. I'm going to try that in a parking lot sometime, practice that way, and just see. And then eventually maybe I could do it with the leg in. Like, I don't know if it's a balance thing or if it's an actual, like, just a confidence thing. But I cannot do tight turns. Like, a guy that's good at it, he could do a U-turn right on this road right here. And this road's all of friggin' 15 feet wide. And that's both lanes. There we go. TCH West. Alright, old TCH. Let's go.